Hello everybody, my name is Kim Vu. I'm a freshman major in biochemistry and I am running for secretary. I am running for this position because I believe this is a great opportunity for me to be more involved with VSA. I grew up in a non-Vietnamese community, so one of the goals that I had in mind prior to entering college was to find a way to be more connected with my culture, and I did that through joining VSA. After attending the meetings and the events hosted by VSA, I really felt a connection with the people there, and I really enjoyed the inclusiveness that VSA's brought. To me, VSA is a comfortable space for me to be part of, and I not only want to stay in that space, but also want to be actively participating in the growth of that space. Specifically for secretary, though, I do have prior experience being secretary in two high school organizations. The first one being a community service organization called Key Club International, and the second one being National Honor Society. So I do have experience with taking minutes and taking attendance. I would say that I am an organized and detail-oriented person, so I am able to maintain records pretty well and also communicate effectively in a timely manner. Therefore, I believe those are qualifications that make me fit for this position. I would say that I'm a pretty optimistic person that has the motivation to work hard. So, for example, whenever I'm in a difficult situation where there's a lot of negativity surrounding me, I tend to look for the positives in my life. Even if they're relatively small compared to the negativity, I still use those to continue to motivate myself, to continue to work harder, and to eventually overcome that situation. And I believe those are two things that I can use to push for the goal to continue to embrace my culture and also for VSA to grow. For transparency, I am a CCO program coordinator for Campus Cupboards, and I am currently looking for an on-campus job. Other activities that I'm involved in are ASU, Sigma Psi Zeta, and Phi Delta Epsilon. Academic-wise, I am taking 15 credit hours in the fall, and I'm planning to take a similar amount in the spring. This may seem like a lot on my plate, but to be honest, I really do enjoy staying busy, and so if I do get elected into this position, this wouldn't be something overwhelming for me. Time management wise, though, I am an organized person, so I do regularly update my calendar and my planner, so I do manage my time pretty well. So, the first question is, do I believe email is an effective way of communication? And my answer is yes, in general. I do believe it's effective when it comes to communicating with other organizations, as I believe professionalism is needed and you can show that through email. To communicate with members, however, it does depend on what we are communicating. If it's like a fun event or upcoming meeting, that may not be the most effective, as I've seen other organizations use Facebook Messenger or GroupMe. However, for important events such as VO1 or football concessions, then that may be the most effective. Therefore, I do believe that getting feedback, though, from this year's members or even the beginning of the semester would be really helpful in order to improve our communications. The second question is, how do I plan to use emails to our advantage? And as I mentioned earlier, email is effective when it comes to communicating with other organizations, as professionalism is needed, but this is also vital when it comes to informing people of important information as well. Using email would help us grow in a professional sense, and this would also help us maintain relationships with other organizations. In addition, this would give VSA more of a structure, as future VSA executive boards can look back on emails to be more aware of what has happened. The third question is, do I have any plans for keeping track of member attendance? And if there aren't a lot of members, then I would use a spreadsheet to keep attendance. But if there are a lot, then I would use Kahoot for people to put their names as their usernames, and then I would put all the information onto a spreadsheet. Within that spreadsheet, I would include all the dates of the general meetings and the events, and an idea that I had in mind would be to give a prize to the member with the best attendance. The last question is, as a secretary, you take attendance. Do I have any plans on using these numbers for a specific purpose, if any? And my answer is, I will use these numbers mainly just to see how we are doing with member retention. If the numbers are looking low, my goal would be to work to boost that up, and I would do so by finding ways to encourage members to come to our general meetings and events. In addition, these numbers can be used to help treasurer with budgeting when it comes to planning events as well. Thank you everyone for watching my video, and I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy.